August 2017, number 37. Write an equation to determine the number of hot dogs, which I'm going to call X, and the number of hamburgers I'm going to call Y, Zeke and his friends can buy. All right, how much does it cost for a dog? $1.25. So automatically I'm going to do 125X, $1.25 for a dog. How about for a hamburger? $2.50 for a hamburger. So plus $2.50 for a hamburger. How much did they spend total? $28.50. But unfortunately, this equation is totally incorrect because you're telling me the hot dogs and hamburgers cost $28.50 total. But he also bought something else. What else did they buy? Sodas, one apiece, right? How many people went? 6 and Zeke. So 7 people total. Each one bought a soda. So how many sodas were bought? 7 sodas for how much a piece? 50 cents. So I need to subtract that out of my $28.50. Everyone see why? Okay. So the hot dogs plus the hamburgers, not $28.50. I needed to subtract out the 7 sodas at 50 cents a piece. So now let's rewrite this equation. 1.25x plus 2.50y equals now how much did they spend on hamburgers and hot dogs? $25 after you subtract out the 7 sodas. Okay, so it's $25 total. And I don't know if any of you thought you had to write 2 equations, but what did the directions say? It said write an equation. That's it, 1 and done. Okay, I don't know if some of you thought because you saw burgers and dogs, 2 things, that you had to write 2 equations, but just said write an equation. There it is. Graph it now. Got to graph it on the next page. I can't graph anything until what's solved for? Y value. Okay, so there's a graph on the next page that we're all going to graph right now with the straight edge if you haven't done so. And I'm going to need a couple people to get that into Y equals form before I even graph a thing. So 1.25x plus 2.50y equals 25. All right, my first step in graphing it. What do I have to move over first? Here we go. Let's start off with 9. What do I have to move over first here? How do I move it over? Good. So I'm going to have 250y equals negative 1.25x plus 25. Nice job. Next, to get the y by itself so I can graph. Here you go. 12. What else should I do? I got a 12 in the house.
Oh, yeah. Then would you divide the $2.50?
Everything on the right side gets divided by 250. That's why you have your calculators out now. What does negative 1.25 divided by 250 reduce down to? Figure out on your calculator here. What's it reduced down to? 21. What's it reduced down to? And I'm going to change that to negative 1/2 because if I'm going to have to graph, I'm going to have to do rise over run. Okay, so can you keep negative 0.5? Yeah, but you're going to have to graph it, remember, so change it to a fraction. And then over here, x plus what's 25 over 250 reduced down to? Here you go, 16. What's it reduced down to? 10. So here's the equation we're graphing, guys. Y equals negative 1/2 x plus 10. Now, I have always said you probably want to do, split the x and the y up like your usual xy axes. Do I care about negative values here? I don't care an ounce about negative values. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to graph it just using this first quadrant here. Everyone see why I'm not doing the traditional, that one right there. I don't care about negative values. I'm not going to buy a negative amount of hot dogs. So that's why I'm using this full graph right now. Okay, let me turn it over to you. I'm sorry, guys. I got to go to I can't see any of the lines up here, so I'm going to have no idea where the points are I'm plotting. That wasn't bad drawing in the lines, not going to lie. Okay, what's the first point I can plot? If you want to use your table on your calculator, you can. I don't have time for that now. 9, what's the first point I'm going to graph? 0, 10. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 right here. There it is, 10. And then from here, where am I going? 19, where am I going from here? Down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. We'll get there. There it is. Let's get the line. No need for arrows on it because, like I said, we're not dealing with negative numbers. Everyone's all good? And then finally, there's a question I stuck over on the side here. Determine how many different combinations you could do of hot dogs and hamburgers, including 0. So his friends spend all $28.50. How many different combinations could I do here? How you figuring out how many different combinations you could do? Here you go. 1, Jack, how can I use this graph to figure out how many combinations? How many points? Ready? How many points did I graph? 1, 2, 3. You guys can count them. These are all the different combinations. You count them up, Zach? Or Zach? Jack, you count them up? Yeah, there is 11 different combinations. Yep. So we have 11 combinations. And it does say explain your answer. What'd you do again, Jack? There you go. That's all you needed to. All right. 11 combinations. Each point on the graph represents a combination. There we go. Who knows what the part 4 is going to be this year, huh? Who knows? I didn't think. What do we think? Do we think this one was that bad for a part 4? A big dog last question. You good back there, Hannah? Yep. Anybody else wanted anything else reviewed? All right, you guys are taking over right now. Have an answer key out, whether it be a video solution or JMAP solution, and you guys are finishing the August 2017 exam right now. If you want to work with somebody else, it better be on August 2017. Please call me over immediately so I can help you out. Carol, I'm coming right over.